Hello, my name is Kendall. Welcome back to another creepy and spooky video. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Kendall. Today, I will be telling you about an urban legend that many believe is true. One that, if it is, you better be careful at night, and you better be good at distinguishing between what's real and what's fake. So without any further introduction, let's begin. There are many creatures we can only speculate about, hiding in the woods, hiding in the darkness, and sometimes blending in with you and I. Today, I will be telling you about SkinWalkers. I won't say their full name here because apparently saying that can summon the creatures to you. I've talked about SkinWalkers before on this channel and even shown a couple videos of them. I would suggest you looking at them once you're done with this video. If you aren't familiar with what these creatures are or how they even become SkinWalkers to begin with, here's a little bit of the backstory. Some versions say that they used to be people who turned evil and acquired the ability to shapeshift into animals and other people, while some say they are simply an evil witch that walks on all fours, resembles a disheveled dog, and can change into animals. This is one of the oldest legends that I have covered on this channel, as it dates back to the 16th century. Many people have personal accounts with these beings, so beliefs run very, very deep. So much, in fact, that there have been cases where people have passed away in very brutal ways, and the locals believe that it is the SkinWalker. Some legends say that these creatures want your skin, so once they get their victims in a vulnerable position and overpower them, they rip off their victim's skin, often their face, and wear it as their own. Now that you're aware of what they're capable of, there are a couple things that you should know in order to keep you safe. 1. Don't look them in the eyes. By doing this, you allow them to access your body, giving them the chance to control you. 2. They run much faster and much farther than the average human being, so having quick transportation or a place to hide out is your best bet. 3. An SkinWalker cannot enter your house without being let in first. Similar to vampires, they must be invited. This will give a huge defense because you are truly protected in your own home. And 4, in order to spot if an animal is truly what it seems to be, or if it's a creature in disguise, pay attention to these 3 things. First, the way they look. They oftentimes look slightly unnatural with limbs that are a little too long, and if appearing to be human, they may have an uncanny valley look. Second, their behavior. Most animals naturally stay away from humans. It's instinct. So if they're getting awfully close to you, be aware. Other behavioral signs can be unnatural, like staring or physical movements. And finally, the smell. It is known that SkinWalkers have a terrible stench, smelling strongly of decaying flesh. If you see any of these signs, be cautious and be aware. Now, there are a couple different states where SkinWalkers are most commonly found. This includes Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, where this story takes place. This is the story of SkinWalker Ranch. The property lies on traditionally inhabited land. The legend goes that during a time of hostility between 2 tribes, members of one of these tribes decided to unleash SkinWalkers upon their enemies. Those SkinWalkers still stalk the land to this day. The Sherman family, who purchased the ranch in 1995, planned on settling down and relaxing in their new home. The peace did not last very long, though, because one night, Terry Sherman heard a noise outside. Some of us would hear a noise and not go check on it. I am one of those people. But apparently, Mr. Sherman here is one to go and face fear head on. So he went to check and was startled to see a wolf in his yard. This in and of itself isn't very odd considering that they're surrounded by a lot of land and they're on a ranch. But something was different about this experience. This wolf was much larger than any that he had ever seen before. Reasonably put off, Terry ran back inside to grab his gun. He shot the wolf several times, but his bullets seemed to not even penetrate the creature's skin, let alone kill it. Although the wolf did take off eventually, its tracks disappeared entirely as Terry chased it, as if it had simply vanished into thin air. This was far from their only experience. During their time on the ranch, they reported seeing various kinds of flashing lights and mysterious objects in the sky, strange circles in the field, mysterious voices floating overhead, and countless cattle mutilation. The Sherman family did have enough common sense to sell their property. They definitely did not stick around long, as they sold it in 1996, only 2 years after purchasing the land to begin with. Some see this story and think that the Shermans fabricated everything so that they can market and sell this property for a much higher profit. This is a very questionable theory though, because the Sherman family really did not stick around for that long to be able to milk the property like they could have. And on top of this, they only sold the ranch for around $200,000, which was around the average price for the homes at that time in that area. And I mean, that's ridiculously cheap considering the fact that they didn't only sell the ranch, but they sold the 500 acres of land that it was also on as well. Really not making a profit at all. This behavior seems less in line with people fabricating a story to make a profit, but rather it seems like people who are scared and who are running away from something. Clearly there was something and still something haunting that land, ranging from UFOs all the way to SWalkers. Considering the fact that the family fully packed up, left, and sold the place for so cheap says a lot. But what are your theories on what could be happening on this mysterious land? Please leave them in the comments below. That's going to conclude today's video on SkinWalker Ranch. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. I really do appreciate you. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this. Please make sure to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!